Hello angels, how you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. I have a little something that I wanted to show you how to make. So today we are going to make black salt and also talk about why you need it. So a simple recipe, and in many traditions there are many variations to this recipe, but I learned the recipe from the ancestors who taught me conjure, and they would like me to share this with you. So going back to the history of black salt, it's basically used to drive away evil spirits and evil beings and any phantoms of the night or whatever's been bothering you. You can also sprinkle it some by your bedside to like cure you from nightmares, make sure that you don't have evil dreams, and also protect you from getting hoodooed or being spelled, so that nobody can do an evil spell on you or bad magic on you. So with that said, we're gonna start, and it's a very simple recipe, and I fucked up. I got the wrong cloth. So before you make any magical item, recipe, whatever you wanna, whatever you wanna create, oils, powders, whatever. I just smoked. You wanna clean. So before you make anything, you wanna clean your items with a holy water or with Florida water, which is considered holy water. So I have here a holy water that I made with the help of God and the spirits who taught me conjure. It was mostly the ancestors who taught me conjure, but we're not gonna talk about them because they're like, don't talk about us. Don't do it, fam. Don't do it. The lid just fell. They're like, negative. Don't close it. They were trying to tell me that too, but you know. Okay, I'm like the fuck. Sorry. Cancel that negative vibration from our video. Okay, so you're gonna get a mortar and pestle. Pestle. Like pestle. All right. You're gonna get a mortar and pestle, and you're gonna clean it. Okay. So you consecrate it, cleanse it with love and light. Cleanse it the way you want to cleanse it, but you have to make sure that you cleanse it with pure energies because you want this energy to be pure, so that what you are creating is a pure energy. You don't want no negative energy in your creation. Because black salt is used as a protective salt and as a defense mechanism, this step is highly important and very important, so that you don't have some other type of powder where you're trying to get rid of bad things and bad things keep coming instead. We don't want that headache. We don't want that. So I consecrate this mortar and pestle now. Words have power. If you've been practicing magic, you know your words are powerful. So consecrate, cleanse, bless, baptize, whatever word you choose to use, okay? So next, what you're going to do is gather your ingredients. So the first ingredient, peppercorn. So you're going to take a few peppercorns, and I got my peppercorns with the salt because that's how it came. So I usually use sea salt to make my black salt, but I don't have sea salt. I ran out of it. So today I actually need more black salt. So I'm like, and I got it to make a video. So I'm going to use pink salt too. So since I have it in the jar already, the first two ingredients that you need are peppercorns. So I'm going to put about 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm going to put 9 or 13. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to put 13. I know what they say about the number 13 being bad, and we've been taught wrong. The number 13 is the number of the divine feminine. So it's a very occult number for a reason, because it has a lot of power in it. But we're not going to talk about the number because we're here to talk about black salt and the uses of it and how we can use it to protect and shield ourselves, especially with the stuff that's going on in the world. And I don't like to use the word pandemic because I'm just like, I wonder where they got that word from. Should I talk about that word? We don't want to talk about that vibe. Never mind. I know where the word comes from. Y'all may not know, but that's for another video. So next, what you're gonna do, after you have the peppercorns, you're gonna crush it with some salt. So should I crush the peppercorns first? It's required. Like here, it's required. So you want to grind it, crush and grind them to a fine powder. Okay. You just gotta make sure your mortar and your pestle is not wet, because you don't want the stuff sticking. I think mine might be a little wet, but hey, at least I washed it with holy water. So it's like cooking. Spell work is crafting. So, you know, everything has a bit of magic to it. Magic is energy. It's just how you guide it and how you use it. Stay tuned for my book. I'm gonna teach you all the magical tricks. I'm very excited for that book. So I want you to stay with me, alright? So we have this crushed black peppercorn. You get black peppercorns. If you have black pepper, you can use black pepper. So you don't have to crush it. But either way, they have to be mixed in. So 3 ingredients. So I'm not going to put any more. I have to be very careful that I don't get any more black peppercorns in it, because I put a selected number of 13. I mean, we can always pick it up. So the main ingredient is the salt. So you want to put a lot of salt, and it depends on your container and how you want to store it, how much you want to make, how much you need, and all that. So you decide that. I'm just going to use my pinky, because I think it's the only finger that's clean right now. So I'm not going to put too much. So I got enough salt. We're not going to crush the salt yet, because I'm going to save myself an extra step and show y'all the next ingredient, which are burnt sage leaves. So if you have sage, you can take the burnt leaves, and this is actually what's going to give it the black color, okay? And sage is used as protection and to drive away negative spirits, and is to use to clear away energies, the negative energies, okay? So when you burn sage, that's what you do. So if you got sage, a sage smudge stick, you could just scrape some of it off. I got some in my hands already, so I'm just going to add that. And put more. Maybe I should get my afame. Or your bolting knife. Your magical knife, whatever you want to call it. But I like to call it my afame. The conjure spirits. Like, what the fuck is a atame? Because they're hoodoo spirits, right? Again, I feel like atame is like more of like a Wiccan tradition. But I not grew up learning Wicca. I started when I first started my magical practices, and a lot of people may not know about this, but I actually started by, learning by practicing Wicca, until it just didn't work for me. And I'm like, why isn't it working for me? And then I realized why it wasn't working for me, because my bloodline, like my ancestors don't practice that shit. And no disrespect to nobody, but they don't. So they're like, what the fuck is atame? They're like, it's a knife, nigga. It's a knife. Alright, they be making me laugh all day, yo. Macking. Yeah. G-macking, baby. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of this. I want to show y'all, but I'm gonna show y'all. Hold up. So let me focus. I'm gonna cut my fingers. So you just want to take some of the burnt stuff. I hear that's it. Like I hear. I don't know if you saw him. He's like, it's not Papa Leg Bad. Don't call him Papa Leg Bad. I'm not calling him Papa Leg Bad for that shit. We're not even gonna talk about him right now. But anyways, I don't want that energy. It's funny how these energies are coming up as I'm making black salt, because black salt is actually used to drive away negative spirits, and Papa Leg Bad can make you go fucking mad. Okay, he's not even a real spirit, because Legba is the spirit. Somebody added the word Papa to it and made him the father figure. And then there are like blog posts and weblogs on how he's the actual devil when he's not. But they depict him as the devil because he's a trickster spirit. But Legba and Papa Legba and Rada Legba, like there's many different archetypes of that spirit. But it's funny that how he's coming up. I guess he wants to visit me tonight, or one of them wants to visit me. They're like, it's the Papa Legba that wants to come see you, but don't let him. So put some black salt by your door. I'm tired of this nigga visiting me, yo. Like, because of my rank in spirit, there are other spirits who would just like come and try to test me and shit, and I'm just like, sometimes it'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, bro, I'm tired. Like, I send you love, like, leave, and they're just like, and then I have to fucking like do shit to protect my space and clear my space, and God is like, let's not talk about evil anymore. I know. Round it up. It's so pretty. It almost looks like silver salt. And like, queen, stop being silly. Alright, bro. I sorry. They don't show them the salt yet because you gotta pray over it. Word, how I forgot that step. You always have to put your magical intent into your magical creations and bless it with prayer so that it works the way you want it to work. So, dear God, okay, we're gonna pray. You guys can remember this prayer. You can go back to you can. I don't like to say go back because I don't like fucking with time, and I can really fuck with time, but we're not gonna talk about that right now because it's a gift. But you can rewind the video, and say the prayer with me and bless your black salt if you want it to be more powerful. Just a little magic to help you out. You can use. They're like, don't tell them that. They won't fail. Okay, never mind. Don't use my energy then. Just remember the prayer. So, you don't really have to pray a whole prayer. You can just ask God to bless this for you. And say, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, as you grind it, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, look at it, okay? Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. For you are with me, dear Lord. Bless this black salt to shield me and protect me from all negative energies and entities, and make sure that no evil can enter if I don't want them to, using this black salt. That this salt works in ways to remove all evil in whichever way I want it to. With your blessings and your prayers in it, dear God, the Most High in heaven, who taught me love and light. I pray and I ask you that you bless and protect this black salt too, and make it the most effective and the most powerful salt that I use to shield and protect myself from all harm and evil. And so it is. See? Ta-da! Now, don't show them the black salt yet. You gotta gather it up. Don't tell them everything that we say. Stop, child. I'm sorry, ancestors are like, Okay, this is the bottom of the mortar pastel, but that's not the point. This is the black salt, guys. I want y'all to see it. I don't want to spill it. So what you can do is store it in a little protective container, but I don't show them the container, and just write black salt on it. So yeah, you can use this black salt to, like I said, you can sprinkle it on your doors and your windows. If you have carpeted area, you can just sprinkle some on your carpet and let it steep into the carpet. You can put it in the corners of the doors of the threshold. You can put it on the windows, like on the corners of the windows. You can sprinkle some on your front door. If you have a back door, sprinkle some on your back door. If you have a balcony, sprinkle that. Just anywhere that you think that negative spirits can come from. Even mirrors, because mirrors are used as portals, and if you're not really careful and your space is not protected, negative spirits might come out of it. Not even might. If they have a fucking chance, they'll fucking come. Especially if they think you're weak, and they'll come. And even if they think you're weak, if let's say you had a long ass day and your aura was kind of fucked up, you got into an argument with a friend or whatever, and you didn't let yourself heal properly, and your aura is a little weak, and a negative spirit might try to fuck with you, and it might affect your heart chakra. So, during those times, take some black salt and sprinkle it on your bed sheets, sprinkle it under your bed. You can even put some under your pillow, which is really not required, but I will put it in the pillowcase. It's just, you just have to be conscious of your manifestation, of what you're trying to, where you're trying to get rid of this negative energy from. So if you do sprinkle it on your pillowcase because you don't want to breathe it in or eat it or anything like that, I recommend that you don't sleep on it, that you leave it there, and like maybe in an hour or a few minutes or whatever feels good to you, because you always have to trust your intuition, and just dust it off, and then you throw it out, like outside, like go the fuck outside, like don't even throw it in the garbage, like you go outside. What else can you do with black salt? Oh, you can sprinkle it on your floors and sweep your home with it, and go away, evil spirits, go away. Um, what else can you do with black salt? Oh, and if you have carpeted area, you can put some on your carpet and then vacuum it, and then obviously dispose of it outside. So when you're disposing, like doing a sweep out, we call this like sweeping out, kind of like a brush down. So instead of you brushing yourself down, you're gonna brush down your house to get rid of the negative vibe and the negative spirits and anything, because spirits are energy too. But we're not gonna talk about that right now because I was not supposed to make a long ass video. But spirits are energy and they can be swiped out too. So negative, the black salt will keep them out. So if you have been having trouble sleeping and problems breathing, hypertension, what they call dyslexia, even what they call bipolar disorder, these are all connected to spirits, because they actually bring out another, what they call personality, right? Out of you, out of your own character. So we all have our own true selves, which is our character, but then we have the characters of these beings that want to fuck with us, right? Like I said in my last two videos about these phantoms of the night and just evil spirits that people may conjure just to fuck with you. Like maybe somebody did a hex on you, but we're not going to talk about that. But that could come with spirits, and sometimes it does come with spirits, because it's all about the mental health. Like your mind can create a lot of things that you don't really know. But I feel like I'm saying too much, because like there's a lot of this that I'm putting on my book. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'm gonna go now. And I hope you guys make use of this black salt to the point where it's done, like to the maximum, because they're like, queen, we gotta go. Okay.